Hello, today we're live from my sister's room because my dad's next door quarantining. He just came back from Panama and it's been exactly 14 days. Are these gonna be on there the whole time? Yeah, let's not do that. My people can listen. And today's video is all about why I left teaching. I was one of the best and called it quits after last year. So I'm gonna tell you the whole story and then we'll figure out why I left and then we'll figure out what I'm gonna do next and then we'll go from there. In high school, I was a band nerd, always in trouble for talking in class, always late with every assignment. I just didn't apply myself. The only place I did apply myself was this AP psychology course. I remember just begging the counselor, I was like, look dude, I've been watching Frasier since I was in the 6th grade. Please let me take this class. I promise you I'll be amazing at it. Take your tentacles off of me! They eventually broke and let me take the class. That, started my love for psychology. I aced the class. I even tutored seniors and juniors. Then I went to college to study psychology. I was actually like the Psych president, so I got to just like shake hands and be around people who were really, really passionate on an academic level. And it was just like, I don't know, just wasn't for me. Didn't feel right for me. College was over and I had no idea what the hell I wanted to do. So I graduated college in December and I had no clue what the hell I was gonna do in my life because psychology was definitely out. And I knew I didn't want to be like a banker or a carpenter or a farmer or anything. So in the meanwhile, I trained for a marathon. All right. And then I started working for the YMCA. And that's where I learned I had a knack for just like getting along with kids. Maybe because we're at the same maturity level. Yeah, it was just a really easy job and I was just like, how can I do this for more money? I actually always wanted to be a teacher, but in my head I wanted to be a teacher much later in my life when I was older and had more wisdom to share with everybody. I'm so glad I started teaching earlier though because it is a young man's game. These kids are, crazy and have lots of energy, and I'm glad that I met them when I was young and could keep up. And like I said, I've never applied myself to anything, and teaching was the first thing that I was just spectacularly terrible at. And the Rockets, I'd come home crying every single day. I just wanted to be so good at something and was clearly just so terrible and bad at it. So every day, my first year, I just was a terrible teacher. So eventually after failing enough times in a row, I figured, okay, well, what I'm trying isn't working. So let me just keep switching stuff up. Let me keep trying new strategies, new things. And eventually I found what worked for me. Just telling kids to go for it and that they can do anything they put their mind to and that they've got it and they're amazing and stuff. Like hearing that all day coming out of my mouth, I was like, you know what? I should take a chance on myself. I always wanted to live in a different city and teaching gave me the opportunity. And I had a lot of fun in Brooklyn. The kids were great. It reminded me of a first year teacher experience because I sucked. And I started getting the hang of it. And I remember after Christmas, I really had the hang of it. Then COVID happened, and that stopped everything. And I was teaching from home, and I was miserable. And then I got sick, and I was even more miserable. And then all my roommates left, and I was even more miserable.
Stop! He's already dead!
I remember being at the height of my sickness. I had a daydream about my obituary, and it just said, teacher from Houston, taught in New York. That's it. And there's so much more I wanted to do in my life. I remember just promising myself and if I got healthy again, first thing I was gonna do was just get everything on my bucket list done. I quit teaching because I needed more time. I need more time to do those things that are on my list. I had fun teaching. It was a great experience. I love it. Best job ever. I recommend it to anyone that's interested in it. But for me, I put in 7 good years and it was just time for me to move on to other things. Do your hands usually shake too? Anyways, how'd I do? Caught me at the right time.
The coronavirus pandemic is forcing state and local officials to consider drastic plans for the upcoming school year. Mandatory mask wearing, limited extracurricular activities, no chorus or sports, reducing class size to allow social distancing, and using a hybrid model, dividing classes, groups of students rotating between in-school learning and at-home distance learning. But that may not work everywhere. School districts in Los Angeles, San Diego, San Francisco, and Houston announcing they will all begin the school year online.
Cause it feels like CPR. How'd I do? Where are you?